2018 in Hiroshima, Japan. Photo by Kiyoshi Ota, Getty Images. Not just a common feature of the Atlanta Braves, but every year, and in every sport, there's always an up-and-comer, or its superstar rookie, that everyone is talking about. A player that everyone has already made comparisons with the almighty greats of their sport. And all of this literally happens before the player even takes his first swing, shoots his first three-point shot, or throws his first pass on a football field. It can be unfair and even hyperbolic, but it's just part of it. What I find amazing are the players that actually fulfill these crazy and outlandish expectations. The guys that handle the pressure with perfection and go out and perform day after day. That's essentially what Ronald Acuna Jr. did last season, as had a remarkable stint with the Major League club when he was called up. Acuna not only brought some much-needed help in terms of performance, but he brought with him a fire and an excitement that carried over to all of the Braves players. It was truly special to watch. He came out of the gate on fire, and never really cooled off for any length of time throughout the season, only getting better once his swing was fixed. Acuna finished the 2018 season with 111 Major League games under his belt, posting a .293 batting average and slugging 26 home runs. The list could go on for a while, when covering the stat categories that young Acuna excelled in last season. He posted an OPS of .917, around 140 points or so above league average, with a WRC of 143 and 16 stolen bases, putting him at 3.7 F4 overall for 2018. Those are all star-caliber numbers from, at the time, a 20-year-old getting his first taste of the big leagues. But my point is that the fact that Acuna, as a young rookie, was able to have so much success leading off just shows how talented he really is. Usually it takes somewhat of a veteran or an established major league player to set things up for a batting lineup. The leadoff spot is a very important spot in the batting order, and Acuna absolutely flourished there. He should be just fine this season, hitting in the 4th spot with RBI opportunities coming more regularly. That forces the question, what kind of projections are out there on Ronald Acuna Jr. and his 2019 season? Will his first full season be reminiscent of 2018, or should it be much better? Let's look at a couple of the more popular projection systems out there, and see what they have to say. Next, projections for Ronald Acuna Jr. Page 2, photo by Scott Cunningham, Getty Images. 2019 projections for Ronald Acuna Jr. There's obviously several different avenues to explore when looking for a projection system that you feel is the most reputable or accurate. Different people use different algorithms, which spit out different results. But one thing you should understand about projections is that recent performance weighs a ton, so in Acuna's case, he has an excellent most recent performance for the projections to take into account. Also, be sure to pay attention to the at-bats and the games played included in projections, as sometimes those predictions can be unrealistic or unobtainable, though, in Acuna's case those two variables look sound. Using my go-to when it comes to player projections, I have looked at Fangraphs System, Steamer and Zips, courtesy of Dan Szymborski. Both of these projections are within a W1 of each other in terms of F4, but one predicts an improvement in 2019, while the other predicts a very small bit of regression. Here's the details and an explanation of the two. Zips projection. The focus point of both of these particular projections is the predicted defensive value that they each believe Acuna will provide in 2019. Both Zips and Steamer expect relatively the same amount of offensive output, but they differ when it comes to defense. In 2018, Acuna was worth -7.8 in def, or defensive WAR. That's really not awful, but it is below average. Well, Zips predicts a small improvement on defense for Acuna, projecting a 2019 value of -1.3 def. All in all, Zips is higher on Acuna and predicts a 4-win season by the 21-year-old, which gives him a 0.3 win improvement compared to the 2018 season. Here are some notable stat categories that Zips projects for Acuna: 140 games, .276 batting average, 30 home runs, 29 doubles, 81 RBI, 25 stolen bases, 127 WRC, 4.0 FWAR. So as you can see, the thought here is that Acuna will improve on defense, obviously play around 30 more games, and display around the same rate of success with the bat, predicting 3 more homers and 11 more stolen bases when compared to last season. Steamer projection is mentioned above. Zips and Steamer don't see eye to eye on Acuna's defensive value going into the 2019 season. Steamer predicts much of the same from last season on defense, giving Acuna a projected value of -7.9 def. I can see where both contradict each other, as defense is less likely to drastically improve over one season, but with defense still being so difficult to properly and consistently quantify, Acuna's value could very well improve in that aspect of his game. Steamer agrees with Zips for the most part, in terms of Acuna's projected offensive performance for the 2019 season, but with the hit on the defensive side, Acuna's FWAR actually regresses in this projection. Here's the specific stats predicted by Steamer: 143 games, .279 batting average, 28 home runs, 30 doubles, 82 RBI, 24 stolen bases, 123 WRC, 3.4 FWAR. On offense, both projections differ by 3 games played, .003 points in batting average, 2 homers, 1 double, etc. You get the point. They are both really close. This is expected, being that Acuna has only 111 major league games to go by, so predicted variance shouldn't really be expected. So a good way to interpret these two projections, as a whole, is that there's a good chance Acuna repeats his performance at the plate, but there's also real variation in whether or not his defense will improve or regress. I think we all could have came to a similar conclusion after watching him play last season, as at times he made some excellent plays in the field, while also having a couple of blunders here and there. More importantly, though, what should we expect from Acuna in 2019? What's a realistic expectation that we, as Braves fans, should have going into opening day? That's just days away. Next, what should we expect? Page 3. Photo by Mike Staub, Getty Images. What should we expect from Acuna? I don't think it's crazy to expect MVP-like numbers from Ronald Acuna Jr. in 2019. Is it likely he builds off of his 2018 season? Well, yeah, of course. This is a kid that took the majors by storm last year, and for a long stretch absolutely ambushed pitchers throughout the major leagues. We all saw his first inning homers and extra base hits that got things started on offense for the Braves on a routine basis. Heck, he had pitchers so mad that they were literally throwing at him to prevent a big hit in the beginning of a game. It was much easier to just let Acuna have first base, than to actually try and outdo him. All of that could very well continue. I almost hope it does. However, one thing Braves fans need to be aware of, is that Major League Baseball knows who Ronald Acuna Jr. is now. All of baseball knew him before as the next promising prospect in the Braves organization, but now it's different. There will be a book on him now, and teams will employ every single advantage they can to exploit any weaknesses or poor tendencies that Acuna has. No player is perfect, except for maybe Mike Trout. The key to Acuna's prolonged success, and even a successful 2019 season, is adjustments. Will he be able to adjust at the plate once pitchers start honing in on spots in the zone that he has trouble with? Will he be patient when he does indeed struggle, and withdraw from going for the big hit in order to work a higher pitch count, draw a walk, or go the other way with a pitch to move a runner over? I think he's already shown an incredible ability to do just that, when looking at his short time with the Braves. So here's what I think. With him obviously having an entire offseason to continue to work on his game, the added baked-in value that comes with moving to the cleanup spot in the lineup, and just simply the pure determination and excitement he brings to the game, I'm leaning towards the Zips projection of 4.0 F4. I believe Acuna will dance around .300 most of the season and slug 30 homers, while also breaking the century mark in RBI now that he'll have runners on base more frequently in his at-bats. He only got caught 6 times last season when attempting to steal a base, so 25 to 30 stolen bases isn't outlandish in any way. His thievery on the base paths will most likely depend on how aggressive Snitker wants to run things, which in my opinion, should be pretty dang aggressive. All in all, I think it will be a toss-up between Freddie and Acuna, when it comes to who finishes the 2019 season as the best player on this Braves team. Josh Donaldson may have something to say about that, and rightfully he should if he can stay healthy. But that's a rather large if, so just sit back and enjoy the ride, as we've been through the chipper days and are now in the middle of Freddie Freeman's realm, as he's now reached his peak years. Ronald Acuna Jr.'s past 9 plate appearances in spring training. Home RUNWALKSINGLEDOUBLEHOME run single double triple single Hayes ready. Twitter.com/QLLNJKZK33, Fox Sports Braves @Fox Sports Braves, March 13, 2019. Yes, it's only been one season, but don't be surprised if real soon the Atlanta Braves are yearly NL East winners again, led by none other than the young kid from Venezuela that everyone was talking about in 2018. Next, they know how good they are because, like very few have been able to do, Ronald Acuna Jr. not only lived up to the hype and projections, but he exceeded them, and he did it with flair.